Good morning. I'd like to show you how I record my grocery purchases. I work on it for the month of December, and I'd like to show you. I have a long list here. Usually in December, my husband get an employee discount during the holiday that we use to make purchases, and I like to use that to purchase staples, shelf staples for my pantry, and I will buy things that can last about 6 months to a year. If I can afford it. So that's something I work on all year around. I don't use money from the saving account or checking account. We budget $375 a month for groceries, and every month when I make purchases, I'll try to save something out of the grocery budget, and I'll put on the side so that at the end of the year I can use it to buy those staples. I save quite a bit when I buy staples at the end of the year with his employee discount. He usually get a 10% discount, and in December he'll get an additional 15% discount, so which will make a 25% total. But this year I was not able to save enough for those expenses. So when we went for the shopping, I wanted to stay within my budget, and I have $200 in for food. Out of $375 that we took out for December, 200 was for food and non-food items, and 75, 80 for fruits, and 95 for meat. So usually that's how I start. I have a spreadsheet here, and I have all listed. We take $275 out, and that's a fixed amount that I budget on my spreadsheet. But here I like to track how much I really spent in groceries. And I have my categories: food, garden, non-food, meat, fruit, and I also included kids' clothes, toys, game, and school supplies. And at the bottom of my spreadsheet, I listed the stores that we purchase items from so that I track where I save the most. I have the budget. The budget originally was $375, but then I tried to decrease it to $250, and I can put $125 on the side for irregular expenses. So that still throws to $375. But if food cannot exceed $250, if food exceeds $250, then or the grocery exceeds $250, I'll use some of that $125, and I track all the saving year to date and all the costs year to date. And every month I record my expenses. I just keep the receipt until I'm ready to do that. So I have some receipt here, and I believe we made the purchase at the end of November, or in fact it belongs to December as well. It is a December, and it's Aldi for $13.93. So I will go here, and I'll under December I put something here that does not belong. So that's $13.93, and I'll go down under Aldi, and I'll put that amount as well. And that's cookies for holiday. Holiday cookies that Aldi sells seasonally. So we purchase that, and we purchase milk. And milk at Aldi for $2.17. It'll go under the category of food. And here I have, it came from Aldi. In fact, it came from Walmart. So I'll go to the row that belongs to Walmart. 2.17. Usually we purchase milk from Aldi, but this time we purchase it from Walmart. And from Walmart we purchase egg, 3 dozen egg. For $3.13. So under the same row as Walmart, I'll add 3.13. As I go up, I have a section for meat. So my meat is 3.13. I save something from there, but I'm not going to. So discount was 0.35. So when I wanted to include that, I'll go to saving year to date plus 0.35, and I'll make sure I put it here as well under the same row. 0.35. I didn't do it right. .35. So that one is done. We have the milk, the cookie, and the egg. And if you can see, you will see that my total for December is 1923 there, and 1923 has so much. And all my saving year to date as well should total to $909.45, and it should be the same thing down here. That something is wrong. So now back to our long list of groceries, because we purchased things that were not in this that were in different categories, that belong to different categories. I did some work ahead of time. That's why I have my Word document here. So it may not make much sense, but it's just to help me figure out what is going on here. So we got 2 different discounts on it, and that's what I like to to make those staples purchases in December. Now if you can see, every single one of the items will have about 15% discount. But then at the bottom we receive an additional discount here. So the one that was applied to all the receipts is here at the bottom, 52.38, and then we have another one here, 34.89. So I did some preliminary work to have it listed here. So the total food cost after both discount, this one was just after 15% discount, and then that should be the original price, and I have the 10% discount applied. So the total discount really is 29.32, and I pay 87.67. So I'm going to go to my spreadsheet, 87.67. We'll go to our food. Plus 87.67, and because it belongs to Walmart, plus 87.67, and the saving is 29.32. That's 29.32. And I'll go down under Walmart as well. That's 29.32. We go back to my spreadsheet again. Now my Word documents. You can see what we purchased: peanuts, sugar, animal cracker for snack for the kids, animal cracker, olive oil, peanut oil, and for the holiday we have bought holiday and birthdays during the month. So I purchased a lot of things here. So pretty much I would say that I was not able to purchase the staples that I wanted to purchase for the year, for the entire year. I spent the money mostly on the holidays expenses, and I just have to buy the staples throughout the year. So for non-food items, which include washing soda for my laundry, powder, I bought some lye. Those belong to the office, but I included in a toilet paper. That's how I include more and more into our grocery budget. And balloon, I think I purchased some balloon for the kids. Since you have a birthday coming, so we have, yeah, toilet paper, and a lot of time I like to buy 4 or 5, and that lasts the whole year. That's a big bag, but this time we just purchased one so that I can compare to see which one is a better deal for us. So I'm going to pretty much repay for the 204, and the total discount is 14.21. So 14 for the 204 will go under non-food. For the 2.04, and then I'll go down here under Walmart as well, and I'll put it there. Plus for the 2.04, we have a discount of 14.21. 14.21, it'll go under the same row. That's 14.21, and then I'll go up to include it up as well. That's how I track throughout the year how much I pay for groceries or spend in groceries, and how much I save by shopping sales. So I like to, each time I enter something, I like to make sure that my total matches so that I don't make a mistake somewhere. So 148, 140, you see, $148.97 here, and I believe this one should be 4, and it should be it. So we go back to our Word document. We made other purchases. So as we continue down, all of that belongs to the non-food. Now we have the meat. In fact, I use food budget to purchase meat as well, and the reason is I'm trying to save meat budget. If we put about $95 a month, we took $95 out for meat, but I'm trying to save it so that I can buy ground beef from my in-laws. They have dairy farm, and sometimes they don't like they don't like to eat their own meat, so they butcher a cow and ask us if we want the meat, and we agree. So we are going to pay for the butcher fee, which is $1 a pound. And I'm trying to save the meat money for that. So we purchased shrimp and fish, and I'm going to use them during the holiday meals. So that cost me about $30.23 here, and we save a total of $10.63. So on my spreadsheet under meat, in fact, let me 10, 20, 30, 23, yes. So we'll go under meat, we are right there. So that'll be plus 30, 23. And we'll go down because it's under Walmart. I'll put it here as well, so that'll be 30.23. And if I'm right, my total should be the same. Okay, so, and the discount is 10 something, 10.63. So I'll enter my discount as well. And here is meat. $10.63. And I go down under Walmart. $10.63. And my total should match. So if you go back to our Word document, let's see what else we purchase. Irregular expenses, and those are expenses we save every single month for those expenses that incurred but a few times during the year. So irregular expenses, out of that will be things related to glasses. So my husband used contact lenses, and he liked to use a type of solution to clean it up or to clean them up. So that cost us $72. The original price is $16.96 for each box. So we pay $63.64 and we save $21.16. So $63.64, and that won't go on my food budget. But let me show you where I like to put those expenses. Well, it should be here under December. Yeah, we are right there. And that's the category below here, expenses to save for. And you can see the list. Somewhere down, she'll have the listed. So glasses, lenses, I believe if above that, no, in fact it's a little bit down. Contact solution $16.96. So we bought, in my budget I have 10, which total to, for all the regular expenses, 4,100 divided by 12 is $350, about $350 a year. So $350 a month. So we save $350 a month, or we used to save $350 a month for those expenses. But because you are trying to pay a type of credit card debts, we stopped doing that. That's the reason why I like to put $125 from the grocery budget aside, in case I can purchase something, or in case there is a regular expense that we need to pay for. And for this instance, that came from the food budget. For the past few months, 2 months, I put $125 on the side, and that helped to pay this $90 expense and for the contact solution that we are going to put here. And I might have to go back and look at the amount again. 63.64, 63.64, and we save 21. I don't know if I have a save. I don't have a spot here for saving for those expenses. So 63.64 is what we spent. We spent in December in that category. But today we have been talking about our food budget. So let's go back and take a look at it. So as you can see, that's our food budget here. And we have December. So we can talk about November since November is closed already. In November, we spent $407.03. You can see that is more than the $250 that I intended to spend. I still put $125 on the side. At one point, I took $40 out of that to make some purchases. But the reason why I went over budget here and I didn't touch any money from our checking or saving is because throughout the year, when I make purchases to our groceries, I will try to spend less than the amount we take out, and then I'll put the rest on the side, which helps me pay for items that goes on sale when I wanted to stock up. So in November, I made some purchases there, and for the food and non-food, instead of working, I like to work with 375, that budget that we start with, but let's use that 250. Out of 250 that I wanted to spend in groceries, $100 should be for food and 50 for non-food. So you can see that I spent over there. And mint is the budget was $50. I spent $54. Fruits was $50. I spent $35. And kids $130. And it was the month when we purchased a lot of winter items for the kids. And because of that purchase, we overspend in other categories. We overspend in groceries. But because I have money saved from prior months, I was able to make those purchases here for whatever I purchased. And I believe I took $40 out of here toward this expense there. I think I purchased sweet potatoes. So about 100 pounds of sweet potato, they were on sale for 28 cents a pound. I was hoping they would go down to 99 cents a pound and I'll stock up. But 28 cents a pound, it was even better deal. So I went and I purchased about 100 pounds of them. That was the reason why I was a little bit over there. In December, so far we spent $103.77, $42 in non-food, $33 in meats. Yes, in meats. And it totaled to $179.17. That's how I record my receipt so that I can track my expenses, and throughout the year I'll look at this and see where I'm overspending or what is the average cost a month, just by taking this annual cost divided by the number of months so far. So by the end of December, that'll be the total, whatever the total will be here, divided by 12, to have a feel of how much I really spent. a month in average. So if you want to track your expenses, you want to live within your income, I will recommend you have a spreadsheet or you use paper to track your groceries. You make your purchases, but then when you get home, try to enter those expenses in the category they should go. I like to track them so that I know how much I should budget for my groceries, food, non-food, meat, fruit. And I like to separate meat and fruit from the food so that I know that I'm spending enough amount on fruit. I like to have a lot of fruit on hand for the kids and for everybody. So we budget $80 originally, but then I decrease it to 50, but I still have enough on hand if I need to spend all the way to 80. And we purchase fruit on sale. We just look in the ad every week to see the fruit that is on sale, and we purchase. And if that's a fruit that can last in the fridge, we stock up on it based on the sales price. I would suggest when you live in budget to track your expenses. It helps you being in control and know where your money goes. Thank you for watching. I'm Nina from Nina's Soap.